Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello.
And before we get back to the action, first a quick introduction. One of our favorite comedians is here. He looks like he's a stevedore. It is Nick Griffin. Looks like he's
stevedore.
Yeah,
I have no idea what that is.
I'm a little surprised.
Marlon Brando in On the Waterfront.
Oh,
That's the nickname they gave these guys. The ruffian.
You got the don't even look a dock
I thought you were
worker.
going to say a drama teacher.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
No, the drama teacher wears the lightweight mock turtle. That's a full-blown.
You're a stevedore. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured 30 seconds into this, I was getting attacked.
Can you scream Stella for us?
It's okay.
Oh, you look great.
Oh, thank you. I was I thought in my head that I was supposed to be here at 6:30, so I left at 5:45 from Dan Davidson's apartment downtown, and I just got here.
Wow.
Oh.
That's,
2 hours.
Did
you get lost?
Did you walk?
Yeah. At least Dan could have given you a bus fare.
Oh my God, it was
get lost?
horrible. I did. I got completely lost.
Sorry about that. But you're here. We're glad to see you. Nick Griffin is here with us. Nick is no longer a drinker. You retired?
Yeah, I'm done. I know how important it is, the alcohol, you know, especially as an adult, because as the years go on, you begin to realize, you know, you can't be anything you want to be.
Right.
People will tell you that.
Yeah, your parents lied. You know, you're not going to be a famous actress. You're not going to be a professional football player. But you drink enough beers, you can run out on the field with them. Right? Put yourself in the game.
That's true. They need me. I'm going in.
Nick has had a pretty good year. You got some nice TV stuff up there.
I did, yeah. It kind of cheered me up, but not completely. And, you know, I've been on antidepressants before, and the people keep asking me, "You still on antidepressants?" And I said, "No, I'm going to go with a more natural cure, which is low expectations." You know, I go out on a date and go to a restaurant, and I think, "Oh my God, this is never going to work out." Instead, I think, "Wow, free rolls."
Wow.
That's that glass half full attitude.
Absolutely.
Sure it is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he maced me. But those rolls were good.
They were delicious.
Any interesting elements of your personal life you want to discuss? Are you dating someone? Do you have a special person out there?
A special someone? No, I'm trying to stay out. You know, I'm 42, and I date women my age, and they say, you know, all of them say, "I want to be in a serious relationship."
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Serious relationship.
Why not a happy relationship? Yeah.
What are we going to fight crime? Right? It's dinner and a movie. Relax.
Okay.
You know, serious relationship.
Are you going to have to get a sidekick?
Yeah.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Relationship. That doesn't even sound like fun. Relationship. Ugh. Sounds like a big, boring boat. Headed to nowhere. I don't want to be in a relationship, really. I want to be in a pirate ship.
That's right.
Yeah. Filled with vampires and hookers, and you can't tell them apart, so the sex is really intense.
Wow.
Yeah, and at the end, there's a pizza buffet.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
What a great dream that is.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's
No
really
kidding.
cool. Now,
Fantastic.
Nick, you've talked before about your struggles with depression. Nothing funny there. But are you at present seeing a professional psychologist?
No,
or
I'm
something?
not.
Okay.
And
Were you prior to that?
oh gosh, yes, for heaven's sakes.
Now,
Yeah.
let me just ask
I've
something.
made the
This is a
rounds.
little bit awkward. How do you break up with your doctor? Do you email them, or do you say something as you're walking out the door?
It's when you run out of stories, isn't
The
it?
same way
going.
I break up with women, I just stop calling them until they.
I see.
And I it's funny because you need to talk to somebody because you don't, get any help from your friends. This is, my brother called me about a month ago, and he said, how's it going? And I said, I kind of had a cruddy birthday. And he said, look, if you're gay, just say you're gay.
Sounds like a brother, all right.
Sound like the setup for the big announcement.
Well,
Yeah.
you just can't open up to another guy. It's just
funny.
right?
He doesn't want any information about
Yeah,
it.
no. He just say you're fine and move on. You know,
How's your favorite team? And then
right?
move forward from there.
Exactly.
So there is no protocol for breaking up with a psychologist? Or
No,
you
I
just
don't
keep
have
going.
anything.
Yeah.
I just don't.
There's a funny scene in a movie, the title of which I've just forgotten, and everything else about it, called The Visitor. There's a really funny scene in the beginning of that movie.
The Visitor.
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah.
The visitor
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
tourist?
Yeah, I saw that.
With Richard
No.
Jenkins?
With Richard
Yeah.
Jenkins, the
Oh,
guy
I
who played.
love that movie, Tom.
You know, there's a great scene in the very beginning, and I think I can kind of capture it here. This is the guy that played the father on 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
You'll recognize him. He's in a bunch of movies.
It's an
A
incredible-
tremendous actor.
Yeah.
Incredible
Anyway,
movie.
I can't give you the full idea. The point of the scene is he's an adult. I think he's a college professor, and he's taking piano lessons.
Right.
And he has this new piano teacher come over. And after the lesson, there's this really awkward scene where they've just had the one lesson, and
Yeah.
and she's leaving his house, and she says something like, "Same time next week," and he goes, "No." And she goes, "Well, are you giving up the piano?" He goes, "No." In other words, he's giving up her, and then there's a hugely funny payoff later on, and there's that awkward. But see, that very few people I think would do that. Say, "No, we're done.
Yeah.
It's you, not
Not
it."
not the attempt here. Yeah.
But I would think that'd be extremely awkward with a doctor.
Probably just acted like a blackjack dealer and went,
Yeah.
walked out of the room.
Like a nice flare with your hands. You
Yeah.
ever see that?
Dell, the pit boss, comes in, yanks him away.
You
Yeah.
clap
yeah.
your hands and then jazz hands.
Yeah.
Now, chicks,
Was that to prove you didn't have any chips in your hands?
I think so.
Prove
I
that
think
you're
that's
not
why
walking
it was-
away
yeah.
with anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Have you ever broken up with a psychologist or
Sure.
a psychiatrist?
Yeah.
Do you tell them?
No.
Just
Right.
don't show up.
They
Right?
just don't show up.
Yeah.
Don't call.
Now,
And they
I want-
can't call you because you'll perceive that as stalking.
they can't call you.
Actually, the guy I'm seeing now, he
This is a psychologist, not.
a therapist.
Okay.
I was seeing him, and then I just
Didn't.
stopped seeing him.
No.
He left me a message, said my door's always open, and then I started seeing him again. Seeing him again.
Reverse psychology.
That's right.
But that's professionally. That's the etiquette. That's the protocol. That's okay.
I think anything is okay as long as both therapist and patient are okay with it.
Sure, I would.
You wear funny hats or whatever, it's fine.
Do you wear hats?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Do you know?
Funny hat day. No, Tom, I
Funny
don't wear
hat
funny
day
hat.
at the therapist. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When I was still in therapy, you know, it was a lot of that kind of traditional stuff, like, you know, I'm closed off. I don't like to be intimate. And you hear that a lot. Like the last woman.
Well, no, you hear it a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow, I thought we were all in the same boat.
We are. We are.
I thought we were
So
on
far.
Team Nick here.
I'm sorry.
I thought we were on a pirate ship. I thought we were still on the pirate ship.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. It's the second shot you've taken at me, but it's fine.
Oh, hey, if
I
you're,
love about this.
let me tell you something. If you're depressed, do not come in here.
And do not keep score.
And do not talk to that guy over there.
No,
He will
Nick,
kick your
I
ass.
think you are one of the funniest comedians in America. I think you're a tremendously
that's nice.
talented guy and very nice guy. I didn't mean to pry into your personal affairs
Yes,
with
you
your
did.
psychologist.
Sure you
Yeah, he
did.
did. He really did. Nick.
I'm just kind of interested if when you.
He's out to get you, Nick.
when
I'm
you
still
break up.
waiting for Tom to say, look, if you're gay, just say it.
Yeah,
You'd be great at being gay 'cause you got great hair and you're a good-looking guy.
What do you mean great at being gay?
Third shot. That's the third shot.
See, that's third. Now he's trying to talk you into the other side.
No, I
An
mean whatever.
interesting break. Let's just say that.
I'm sorry. So I interrupted I interrupted your train of thought there.
No, I was just saying, you know, I struggle with intimacy, and the women pick that up, you know. You're just afraid of your feelings. No, I'm afraid of your feelings. I got pills for my feelings, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing with feelings. You don't get to pick your feelings.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like going to Cold Stone Creamery. I'll have 2 big scoops of love and sprinkle some hope on there.
Oh, boy.
Feelings are like kids you never knew you had. One day they just show up.
Yep.
I'm lust. This is low self-esteem. We're going to be here for a while.
Why am I laughing?
Let me. Can I?
Man.